Hello, my friend. Welcome to today's podcast episode. I'm your host, Joelle Cease, and I am coming at you with a system that helped me so much in the busy season, the end of 2025. So much so that I really wish I would have shared this with you when I started to discover it and I started to implement it. But I really didn't know if it was going to be as epic of a time saver, but I'm here to tell you this truly saved my sanity, especially around the what's for dinner conversation. What am I going to make for dinner conversation? And I'm not even going to lie. I found this from or got this idea from somebody that I watch on YouTube. I'm not subscribed to a ton of YouTube content creators, but Amy Fritz is somebody that I have been inspired by over the years because of her weight loss journey. Her content is so comforting and soothing. Her tips are very realistic. She's not an over the top, flashy social media influencer type. And she started while she was losing weight, she started a running journey. And then that's really when I found her content was when I started running. And then I went back into her archives and started binging all of her videos while I was walking on my walking pad. But she talked about this in her video, what I'm prioritizing during the holidays. And it really is this meal planning system that she started to do to completely simplify the what am I making for dinner ideas. So it was about having theme nights. And I don't think I'm obviously not the inventor of this because I learned it from Amy. Amy's not the inventor of this because she probably saw it from somebody else, but it's a system where just each night of the week there is a theme. And what I'm going to share with you today is the themes that worked really well for our weekly routines and the just give you some extra ideas because based off of what you and your family like to eat or how you like to cook or what nights of the weeks are really really busy for you, you want to set this up for yourself. So mine officially, I would say, is I start with a soup on Sunday. So I always make some kind of soup on Sunday that we have for a Sunday meal. Then for us, I chose Monday to be pasta night. Tuesday is taco or like Mexican food night. Wednesday is like put it into a bowl kind of night. So I'll go into examples of how this looks different for each week. Thursday is leftover night. Friday is free for all. So this is usually when we order pizza, we go out for dinner, we maybe just do another night of leftovers or whatever it is. It's just like easy breezy. And that's basically with what I started with. So with soups, I love doing all different kinds of soups. I mean, chili is a standard in my house, chicken and wild rice, ham and bean soup, taco soup, stews, beef, potatoes, carrots, celery into a stew. I like to make all different kinds of soups, and it really just depends on what I'm feeling for that week. Pasta night, this can be as simple as Goodles and chicken sausage. And I always keep at Costco, I get this brand of frozen veggies and I seriously just heat them up in a pan. I really like the Parmesan garlic broccoli. I like the root medley stir fry. Like, I'll make it really, really easy. If pasta night is seriously just mac and cheese, I maybe make a chicken Alfredo. Maybe this is just plain old spaghetti. Usually it is plain old spaghetti, and I'll serve some type of vegetable with it. taco night slash Mexican night on Tuesdays. This can be as easy as like ground beef tacos, chicken fajitas, taco bowls, enchilada skillets. We've been really liking beef enchiladas where I make just like a beef mixture with corn and beans and cheese and bell peppers, and then put it in the oven with some enchilada sauce and cheese on top, and that's been going over really well. For bowl nights, as I call it, sometimes I'll make this into like a chicken and rice and veggie stir fry. It all goes into a bowl. This could be burrito bowls, stir fry bowls, but our favorite is burger bowls, where I seriously just roast potatoes, ground beef, lettuce, pickles, any type of topping you would put on a cheeseburger, pop it into a bowl. Left overnight, pretty self explanatory, and then Friday, free for all. And you guys, you can really get like more or less creative with this. You could do some type of like sandwich night. So maybe sandwich night would be like the classic sandwich. Maybe that would be like meatball subs or French dips or whatever it is over the week. You could have a breakfast theme night. So like how I see that breakfast for dinner kind of working out is, eggs and bacon toast, very classic. It could be breakfast burritos. It could be, something you prep ahead of time where it's like egg bake type of night, yogurt bowls, fruit, like that kind of stuff. And it just be different each week. But because the brain is like, oh, it's breakfast for dinner night. What do we have? What do we have on hand? What can I make work? It's then helping answer the question of what am I making for dinner? Like this week, it is so easy that I was like, okay, pasta night. I literally just got all of this stuff for spaghetti. We have broccoli. That will be our vegetable for our side. Easy peasy. Sometimes I may want to try something new. During the holidays and during December, I did not try new recipes. I kept things super, super, super simple. But come the months of January, February, March, where activities and things are starting to slow down, and something that I like doing is trying new recipes and cooking new and different things. This is really the time where I will maybe start making new things and putting them into our rotation. But especially so if this is where the mom mentality needs to come in, because I'm not saying my system and my theme nights are the best. What I want you now to do is like take the concept, because I changed like what Amy says she does is like what's best for our family based off of who likes what and who will eat this and who will eat that. Because people will ask me all the time, like, when you make soup and you make chili, like, do your kids eat that? My kids get served that, but they also get something like Texas toast or grilled cheese with their chili, which I know they like. And then I'll often pair it with like a yogurt and a fruit, which I also know they like. So sometimes do they take and eat some of the chili? Yes. And sometimes no. But oftentimes my husband wants like Texas toast or grilled cheese with his too. So it's not that I'm rounding out their meal more, whereas like my husband and I are having a big bowl of chili and then maybe something on the side with it, whereas the kids are getting a little bit of chili. They have some fruit, they have a yogurt, they have grilled cheese, and wham bam, like that's their meal. It has a little bit more variety than ours does, and it's really kind of like that every night of the week in some way, shape, or form. But what I was going to say is you could definitely have like, if things are insane on a particular day of the week, let's say it's Monday, you could have it be crockpot meal Monday. And you're going to have breakfast or dinner on Tuesday, you eat at church on Wednesday, so then that covers your meal Wednesday. Thursday, you want to do another type of crockpot meal or something, or sandwiches. You could do barbecue chicken sandwiches. Like there's just a lot of really great ways that you could do this, like, and make it work for your family. And so when I was thinking about this and crafting my own schedule, I was thinking about what is the night, or like what's the thing where you're needing to stand by the kitchen the most, is pasta night and soups. So I was like, okay, Monday, Sunday, like and my situation and circumstance is different. I do and understand and acknowledge that like I work from home. I can be done with work at 4:30. I start dinner quite early because or else my kids are eating 9 million snacks and we've got activities in the evening. So we actually eat dinner before we go to activities, and the kids are coming home and they're having some type of snack after their activities before they shower. But that's just because I've had this mindset of how do I make oh, I like that idea of having theme nights. So it starts answering the question back of what am I making for dinner? Oh, it's Monday, it's pasta night. Look in this, what do we have? How can I make that into some type of pasta dish? Like it starts helping me answer the question instead of feeling like I'm, even though I am all alone answering the question majority of the time. And yes, sometimes it changes. Sometimes I'm like, oh, we have all this stuff for sloppy joes. Pretty much everybody in my house eats sloppy joes. So even though it's Tuesday and we would typically do tacos, but I have all this stuff and we're going to do sloppy joes, like I don't get in my head too much about that kind of stuff, but I can generally be like, okay, it's taco night. Well, I don't have tortillas, but I do have rice and I do have this and that, and we're going to make it into this, right? So it helps me really formulate so I can think less, but I'm also taking into consideration the life factors that we have where it's like, okay, this may not work for every family, but how can it work best for you? And even if you don't do this with every night of the week, if you do a soup on Sunday, you have breakfast for dinner on Monday, and then Tuesday you do Taco Tuesdays. Trust and believe, I bet even just having those 3 nights as some sort of system and routine will free up mental capacity for you. It truly will. I have seen over the last couple years people either lean into systems and structure or people like go the far off other way and be like, I can't be system and structure and I'm a free spirit. And what I find is the people who have simple structures and systems stick with, see it through, have more time, space, and capacity for what actually matters versus feeling floundered, feeling frazzled, feeling like you don't have your stuff together, always feeling like you need to orchestrate everything all the time, where it's like, just create systems for the things in your life that are on repeat. And as families, feeding feeding families is one of those systems that even if this system doesn't work well for you, and this is not something I'm saying I stick to 52 weeks out of the year. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I started this in December and it really has been so helpful that I'm sharing it. I can see how it's gonna continue to be helpful in this season because we've got kids and activities. I'm the one doing the primary cooking and meal planning and grocery shopping. And this structure helps me be like, okay, we kind of have a well-rounded meal plan and structure. I always like having a leftovers night because I don't want to have a ton of food waste and I also don't want to be cooking every single night. I actually put our leftovers night a leftover night on one of the easiest nights of the week for us because I'm like, I'm leaning into the ease that day. Right? So I hope this was helpful. Give it a try. If you already do this and it's helpful, let me know what you think. Let me know some of your favorite recipes. What are those go-to recipes that you and your family love that you have on weekdays? And I would just love to hear your guys' ideas of what you do. And I will talk to you in the next episode. Bye.